Got it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our call this Thursday night. We gather here every week because we have information to share with you that is not commonplace. People are not sharing this quality of information that could change your life. My name's Reimi Marden, and I am calling in from the state of Oregon. I'm an island girl from Oahu, transplanted to Las Vegas, and now here in the Pacific Northwest. I've been in business for, gosh, over 30 years. And as a businesswoman having multiple income streams, I've never experienced what I have in the last 11 months. That is my motivation for being here this evening, particularly for the common person who is struggling to keep things rolling in their life, holding their lives together, maybe having multiple jobs, not spending the quality of time that they like with their children or other family members. And that is my motivation for being here. So welcome to the call. Tonight, you see around this virtual room, folks you're going to meet later who have been experiencing this journey that I'm on. So I'll be chatting with a few of them tonight for you to hear what they have to say. But let me tell you a little bit about my journey professionally in the last 4 years when I started studying the place of Forex. I didn't even know what Forex. I thought that was the name of a company actually, but that stands for the foreign exchange market, where currencies are exchanged all over the globe. It has been forever, and it's a multi-trillion-dollar business. I wanted to learn how to trade on my smartphone and to do that as what we call a retail trader. I went to school in an academy and worked with over 600 students along my side, and we all worked to learn it. But what we discovered is that it's not that easy to master. All right, so I'm going to, let's see, continue. I'm going to share my screen and share with you a little bit about what I learned in my journey that is relevant to you this evening. My goal tonight is to leave you with nuggets that you can take back to your loved ones and basically, let me go back here and take these nuggets back and really think about it, talk it over with your spouse, and configure a plan for your future. All right, because that's exactly what I did when I found out this information about our basic checking and savings accounts. Now, we've all been banking for years, for us who've been around, but you know that the average here, you could see 0.01 or sometimes less. Sometimes our bank's giving to us at the end of the year with us putting our hard-earned money into these accounts. What are banks doing with all of our deposits? They're trading it on the Forex market and making billions of dollars, yet giving us customers very, very small part of that. It's almost bank robbery when I think about it. So when I learned about this, about what was happening with our deposits and that our banks had been trading at a very high level, I decided I wanted to be a part of that. And my traders, that students, came to me and often said, "Hey, Remy, I can't get this trading stuff. It's too hard. Please teach me how." All right, but or not teach me how. Could you trade for me? Basically, was the question, and I could never offer that because there's never an opportunity for us to have people trade other people's money. All right, so this was a desperate need for many because they recognized what their banks were doing. I mean, even if we gave the bank a benefit of the doubt and said, say they did pay us 1% annually. Look at the numbers. This is a calculator. We're going to encourage all of you to write this down, thecalculatorsite.com. If banks were to give us 1%, that would net us $25 at the end of 5 years. Isn't that sad? All right. So yeah, I got to thinking we've got to be smarter than the banks, or we've got to be as smart as the banks. And how could we do this? Because even with this 1%, even if we were paid weekly, you could see how much more money that comes out to $6,145 compounded. So these concepts of compounding money was new to me, and I slowly learned that there are alternative places that you could put your money and let it grow while I'm sleeping. That's what I learned. And for the last 11 months, I have been enjoying a 3% return on the money that I've invested in this platform. And my hope is that it continues for the next 4 years, making $1 million. Now, that might seem far-fetched. This is hypothetical. If my fund were to produce a return of 3% every week for 5 years, yes, you could turn $500 into $1 million. And trust me, there are people who were in this fund 3 years ago who are experiencing these returns greatly. All right, so small things end up in big ways. Check this out. If I increase the 3% to 4% for the same number of years, it quadruples, no, it multiplies in a big way, $13.4 million, just by increasing the percentage. All right, so why don't we know about this? Well, this is the vast majority of people are not aware that there are funds that are netting these returns. I know this is small print for you looking on your computers on the screen, but just know that this is a reflection of the returns that I've received every Friday, at least since the 1st February of last year. Now, I wish I had gotten into this fund way back when it started in June of 2019. But again, I was a bottom line girl. Show me the money. These were the types of numbers that I saw back then. All right. So I'm very excited that we're going to be showing you monthly what kinds of returns this company has been netting and how it all works. Okay. So before we do that, let me just introduce you formally to Novatech. This is the name of this platform, which is Forex and crypto trading. All right. Now, I know many of you may never have thought about getting into anything like this. You might think this is above your head. At least that was my first impression when I first got into this arena. Please do not let that intimidate you. In fact, I want to congratulate you for leaning in and being progressively thoughtful in saying, hey, I've got to move with the times. I've got to learn more about what's happening in the world and take advantage of it for the sake of my family. All right, now, before we get into the nitty gritty of how it works, I must say, I am not a financial advisor. All right, I've been a businesswoman for over 30 years. But again, I am not here to tell you what to do with your money. All right, I expect you to do your due diligence. That means your research. I'm going to give you a lot of information tonight. You can ask a lot of questions, probably the same questions I asked. Do not be shy about that. And just know that at the end of the day, if you find that this fund is something that intrigues you and you feel like a calling to do this, we will help you, walk you through it, and always exercise what we call good risk management. What is that? In this investment world, it just simply means never trade with or invest in any money that you're not willing to lose. If you come into an investment with money that you feel comfortable with, you can sleep at night and you can be excited about advancing your family's future by putting it into an investment fund such as this. All right. And for those of you who are 18 years and older, congratulations, you get to play in this arena. I wish we could bring our children in, but it is for those who are 18 years and older. All right, so who's behind this project? Cynthia, Eddie Pedia. These are American citizens. They're based out of Florida. This was a big piece for me. I needed to see their eyeballs, right? Now, I didn't get to meet them in person, but I've watched multiple videos of Cynthia and Eddie. They have brought over 40 years of combined experience in blockchain technology, in Forex trading, cryptocurrency, mining, and whatnot. They've had their share of ups and downs, successes and failures. But back in June of 2019, they gave birth to Novatech, and it was a vision that Cynthia had of taking what is dedicated to the wealthy, people who typically have, say, 6 figures to invest, taking the concepts, the funds, the projects that they get to be involved with, and bringing it to a level where the lay people like me could participate. And that is what lights me up every time I think about Novatech. Cynthia has this vision of making a fund available as little as $99. All right, so I'm going to just share with great excitement, and I want to speak sincerely to you that, again, a lot of these words I might be using might be new vocabulary to you. Please don't think, oh gosh, that's too much for me. I can't play in that realm. Trust me, there are many of us who have learned along the way. And I'm sorry, we're known for holding hands or taking people step by step. All right. So what do we do? Novatech is a registered MetaTrader broker. What is MetaTrader for? It's basically the trading platform or the software that we use on our smartphones to make money in the Forex and crypto markets. Yes, we as individuals can do that through Novatech if we wish to. But probably you and me would prefer someone who is much more skilled than us to trade for us. And that is what Novatech has offered, an opportunity for you and me to be playing in this market without us having the skills. All right, so we offer this platform. I'm going to be explaining the PAM account, the second bullet here, percentage allocation management module. Fancy word, guys, for what I'm about to explain, but it gives you the opportunity to have an alternative to your banks that are holding your money and frankly robbing you of what you could be getting if you were playing in a bigger arena. All right, so this is how it works. Now, it's very much like this business model of a hedge fund. All right, now it's not exactly a hedge fund, but it works similarly. A pool of investors, they all come together, they pool their monies together. Typically with a hedge fund, you'd need six figures. The fund house then decides on what strategy they're going to apply, whether it's money market bonds, stocks, or whatnot. And then they return in, they give the profits, their ROI, the return on investment, back to the investors. Hopefully they're all happy and they keep their money in it and they keep that cycle going. Well, Novatech has fostered the same concept for us. All right. With as little as $99, you could get started in a PAM account. We pool all our monies from all over the world. This is a global company. And Novatech then puts that money into their trading accounts, and their masterful traders take that and they trade with their MetaTrader 5s, making money in the crypto and Forex market. I'll explain what that means, okay? Because I know many of you may have never, you don't have any clue what trading means or how it works. I'm going to show you in a minute. All right, but we have successfully, Novatech, been able to produce a return for its investors since June of 2019, not missing 1 week, a return of an average of 3%. All right, now our banks are not coming anywhere close to 3%. So even on the months when it's been a lot less than 3%, we're happy campers, right? Because we know what our money would be doing for us if we left it in our Wells Fargo or a Chase Bank or a Bank of Hawaii, right? So let me explain to you why this is so powerful. Novatech's trading account is trading at the highest levels because our monies are all pooled together. We call it trading with the banks, right? Or institutional trading, but we're using NTech. It's an artificial intelligence that combines human intelligence, okay? Because it's not just robots. You might have been hearing, oh yeah, robots are trading and they'll do it for you. Well, gosh, you know what? Robots don't know when President Biden speaks or if there's some kind of economic disaster happening in the world. Our traders do know when to stay out of the market, when to enter the market, and they use the smarts of AI, all right? So what do they do as traders? Just so you know, I'm going to break it down. Traders will, and basically what you're looking at on the screen are candlesticks. This is how we as traders will know when to enter the market and when to get out. We establish an entry point and a take profit. And if we have calculated that properly, we make a profit. So if we enter down here where my cursor is for a buy going up, we all know what that means. When something goes up, like real estate, we buy low, we sell high, we make money. We understand that. But did you know when you're trading, you can make money when prices fall? I know that that's a brain twister, but I want you to understand that we can enter the market up high, and as price falls, if you were the trader and you marked your take profit level at the bottom down here, all of this movement of price from here to here equals dollars in your pocket. Our traders are doing that for us and they're masterful at it. And so that is why, while 401ks have been dropping, people are struggling, businesses are going out of their operation, we have been successful because our traders know how to work the market both ways, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. All right. And I say this for you traders out there, you know that Forex runs only 5 days a week. Well, crypto trading runs 7 days a week in all markets around the world. Can you imagine if traders are constantly trading your monies 7 days a week, 24 hours a day? This is what's netting this type of return that I showed you earlier. This is a monthly recap of 2021 and 2022. When you added up every Friday's return, January of 2021 started off with 15%. Guys, where can you go to grow your money by 15% in 30 days? Please come off mute. Tell me if you know somewhere. Even at our lowest month, check it out, May of 2022, 7.9%. Luna that was an exchange, went out of business. Gosh, they called it a bloodbath in the marketplace in stocks in that month of May 13th, to be specific. So it was a tough month, but yet Novatech returned a 7.9% return on our money. All right. And look at what it ended for the year, 12.38%, again, average per month, year to date for those of you who've been a part of Novatech, like I have for almost 12 months. So we've been blessed. Now, you're asking, what is this guaranteed? Absolutely not. All right. This is an investment. Past profits like this do not guarantee future success. That is the risk that you take. That's why you want to only enter with money that you're comfortable losing. All right. Like when you go to Las Vegas, if any of you go on vacations to a casino, you already know how much money you have to play with, and you're okay if you lose it all, right? Because you just have managed your expectations. All right. But you also know that if you were to win, that you could double or triple or quadruple that money. It's the same type of mentality we all enter with safely in these markets, because we know the potential that it can return and we're comfortable with losses. All right. So here, as an investor, I want to just open up your minds to the possibilities of using a platform like ours. All right. Let's start with $500. Let's just say you say, okay, Reimi, I feel comfortable with that. You know, we oftentimes blow $500 at Costco in one visit, right? So say you say, okay, I'll put $500 in. I make 3% on Friday. Guess what? You get $15. You have a choice because you have access to your money at all times. Okay. So at $15, you can cash it out or you can redeposit it, and what we call compounded. But let's just say, no, Reimi, I want my $15. So you cash out. In 55 weeks, you will break even. You'll end the year with $480. All right. Now, let's look at a bigger number, 5,000. I just helped someone in North Dakota or Minnesota start with 5,000 tonight. He's going to make $150 next week. All right. Now, he could decide to take it out. And in 35 weeks, if he kept taking it out, he would break even. He'd get his $5,000 back. And at the end of 12 months, he would have $7,500. Okay, so he would have grown his money by $2,500. Where else can you do that? It's amazing, and you can go up the scale. Now, I want to, though, focus your attention over to the green section, these green columns, because many of us, we have a 5-year plan. We don't want to touch our money. We just want this baby to grow. So if you have $500 and you're going to let that $15 turn over every month in 34 weeks, your money will break even. You'll get your $500 and you could withdraw it if you wanted to take your seed money out. But many of us just leave it in there and let it grow, grow, grow. At the end of 12 months, let me move my picture. There's 1 year, you will have grown your $500 to 2,000, 25, 44. Powerful. Look at the 5,000. You make $150 on Friday. You compound that money, 26 weeks, you will have all your 5,000 back. And someone put in the chat, what's 26 divided by 4? How many months is that? You will double your money. So you can take your seed money out and you'll end that year with $22,954.43. You do the math, you guys. All right, I'm going to give you some homework for those of you who are brand new to do the math. Make a plan so you know how you can liberate your family from your debt. You can plan a Disneyland trip or whatever you need to do. Plan for your long-term care insurance or whatever your plans are. Okay, there's a way now, and that is why I'm here this evening to tell you and to teach you about this platform. It is available. Look at this. You can start as low as $99. Now, do we recommend that? No, we don't. Okay, because there is a $25 fee that we pay. We gladly pay $25 every month for those of us who have funds that are less than 25,000. Okay, and here's why I'm happy to do it. First of all, they don't take it out of my checking account. They don't take it out of my debit card or credit card. They pull the money out of my my profits, the ROI I told you about that we make every Friday, they take the $25 out of that. So you never put your bank account on this company to take from every month. You guys know what I mean, right? Auto ship. Don't you hate auto ships? You forget about it and you have these subscriptions going. Okay, that does not happen here, which is beautiful. And you can always add. So say that's all you have, $99. Next week, you can add a little bit more money to the fund, add. I started with 300. That's all I had that week. And frankly, that's all I felt safe entering with that week. And then I grew it and grew it and grew it. My account is over, well, at least my returns are over six figures. Again, past profits don't guarantee future success. My returns are incredible. I've been blessed in many ways. I'll explain why I have had such great success. But nonetheless, you enter where you are comfortable and you grow it at the pace you want to grow it at. I love this, and nobody needs to know about it. You don't go blabbing this all over. I know a lot of people says, Reimi, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be talking about this to everybody. Perfectly fine. You can just be an investor, all right? I have investors who are at the VIP level who are over 25,000. If you have a trading account that's over 25,000, they're trading your monies and they give you an extra 1% cash back on your profits every month. Okay, and plus you don't pay your $25 fee. Okay, anything up to 99 999. All right, now those we have investors who are over $100,000 in their monthly balance. They are comfortable losing that. These are less than. They're so lucky to be at this level of trading at this amount. And by the way, I also have investors on this call who have grown their accounts to over 100,000. All right, they just compounded their investment over and over, and this was their goal to get here because you don't pay your $25 fee. They get a 2.5% cashback reward on their profits every month and get a $1,000 gift card. All right. So we all aspire to get to that level and be able to grow our money while we're sleeping. All right. This is for real. I have been a part of this since early February. I'm approaching my anniversary. I'm very, very pleased to do that, to have achieved 12 months of perfect performance. Now, again, past profits don't guarantee future success, and we hope that God continues to bless this company because it is helping families eat. All right, so how do you get started and how do you get your money out? Those are my two questions. Let me give it to you in a nutshell. Crypto in, crypto out. If you don't deal with crypto, don't worry, because we're going to teach you how to do that. We'll walk you through it. You're going to get yourself an exchange. And here at an exchange, you're going to bring your US dollars. We're going to swap it, or we're going to buy a coin that Novatech accepts, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or USDT Tether. Okay, which is a stable coin. We buy crypto and we send it over to Novatech. And when we send it there, it gets into your e-wallet, and you have access to your e-wallet so you can look at it. And even if we send Bitcoin in, you will see the value in US dollars. And also very important for those who are knowledgeable, your Bitcoin investment will convert to stablecoin when it's in your e-wallet. All right, so stablecoin means it doesn't fluctuate with the market like you hear Bitcoin going up and down, all right, or down, down, down. Today it's going up, which is beautiful. But when USD, it locks the value of your investment in, all right? So then it goes right into the trading balance, and they will begin to trade your funds, and you will begin getting a ROI, a return on investment, the following Friday after you enter. All right, now, when you say, Reimi, I want to get my money out, how liquid is this? You're going to have two accounts. One is your trading account, which is what you invested to begin with. And then your bonus account, that's your ROI every Friday. All right, now, remember I told you have a choice. You can redeposit it into the trading account, or you can pull it out of the bonus account. 24 to 48 hours, you can cash out and get that money back into what we call your e-wallet, your wallet of your exchange or your ledger or a cold storage, wherever you keep your crypto. We'll teach you about all that. We're going to have Novatech send it to you just like they're mailing it to your home address. Well, we're going to send it to your crypto address, your wallet address. Some of us actually turn our profits, crypto profits, into a crypto credit card. And there are those, right? They're Visa or MasterCard. That's anywhere Visa is accepted, you could use your crypto credit card. And as long as you keep it in the crypto space, it continues to be unregulated by our federal government. Someday it may be regulated, but at this time, cryptocurrency is outside of the arena of their jurisdiction. So if you do turn your crypto back to US dollars, you can turn it back to your bank. That transaction is considered a taxable event, right? And so you would just report that, all right? And many of our exchanges will do that for you. Okay, so that's how we do it. Now, you probably have a lot more questions. You want to dig a little deeper, take a snapshot of this picture here on your screen. These are QR codes that will take you to some of our favorite videos that kind of speak very candidly about the business and about this business of investing in Novatech, telling you about trading, telling you about if this is legit, is this a Ponzi scheme? I highly recommend it. Straight Talk is another great one of a bunch of guys sitting around a table and they're just talking about their experience on Novatech and how they've managed their accounts. It's always great to hear from people who have been invested, right? So with that said, I'm going to stop our slides, but I just want to tell you your goal tonight or after you listen to this recording is to sit down and think about your future and plan it out. I want you to go to this calculator site and plug in the numbers, okay? Like here, remember, you're going to plug in and I'll give you a QR code, in fact, here. Take a snapshot of this. This will take you directly to a video on how the power of compounding, and the other one is the calculator site. And it'll take you right to the Forex calculator, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to enter 500, whatever amount you want to enter with. Then you're going to put in an average of 3%. And if you want to be real modest, why don't you put 2%? And if you make 3%, great. But whatever you want, 2 to 3%, and change this to say weekly now, because we get paid weekly. And then put it how many ever years you're planning on keeping your investment going. Could be 3 years, 5 years, whatnot. And then push calculate and it will show you what your return would be if you left your money in there. Now, if you scroll further down, oh gosh, I wish I had let me just take us off this screen here. If you scroll down, you can look month to month what that return is going to be. And if you will go to the 6th or 7th month, you will see your money double. All right, that's assuming perfect performance of 3% or whatever the percentage is. And there's a way for you to actually calculate taking the $25 out. But generally speaking, around month number 7, you could take your seed money and put that back into your bank. And then now you're using what we call market money. And it's a risk-free asset you have growing for you. We have auto redeposit every Friday. It'll just do it for you. So you don't have to go back into your account. If you just get a notification of what profit you made, and then you can go from there. So I'd like you to type in the chat if you have been invested. Type a 1 in the chat if you already are invested in Novatech. I'd like the newcomers on this call to see, and for those of us who are watching the recording, let me see if you get a chance to see the ones in the chat as well. So those on the call are investors already, and I'd like to see a number 10 in the chat if you have been making a profit consistently, meaning every week since you invested, whether it was last week, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, 10, 10, 10. Okay, this is extraordinary because I have never been a part of a business where there has been 100% retention. Okay, what does that mean? Nobody quit. Nobody stopped. Nobody pulled their money out and said, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, as I've been a part of a lot of businesses, and that has been my experience. All right. Why are people sticking around? It's because they feel blessed and highly favored to get their return. In fact, you know what? I'm going to open up the mics and give anyone who would just like to sing some praises for their experience with Novatech to share with those who are tuning in. Anyone would like to say a few words? Or you can type in the chat.
Hello, Reimi. How are you this evening?
I am. Please share.
Yes, well, just like you, I'm approaching my 1 year anniversary, first week of February, and it has been, oh boy, such a wonderful ride getting to know everyone. Many of us have been together longer than that time because we were in the academy previously, but it has just been an awesome experience. And to your point, Remy, that calculator site, it does come true. I mean, I quadrupled my original investment basically in 10 months, and I'm delighted about that. And the numbers are there. It's just whatever amount you feel comfortable investing, those numbers will happen. And, I loved how you showed the amounts per month. That's been a beautiful thing. So we've all just made money and we continue to make money. So I am just so delighted with Novatech. I love the way that we share, and as we share the investment opportunities with everyone, we can build from that, the way our teams grow and how we help people on our team. So it's just been a wonderful experience. I'm so satisfied with it, and I can't wait to have a whole nother year in Novatech. I'm very excited. So thank you for the opportunity to share.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful journey. I saw Renee's post on Facebook saying, couldn't imagine that I would be here 12 months later. You know,
Yes, it was a great post.
yes, yes, Renee, congratulations. Seriously, for all of us here, we would have never dreamt that we could experience passive income, right? Residual. We've all heard about residual income, and that's a big part of what we're going to be doing in the second half of our call tonight. But for those of you who are the first time here, you may not be aware of how powerful it is to grow your money. And this is what the wealthy has been doing for years, ages, right? But we, as I say we, I presume to include you in my camp here, for the common person, we're not aware that there are vehicles like this, that we can park our money even as low, thanks to Cynthia's vision, to make this available for the little guy who's scraping up $99 to get started and to squirrel away a little bit more and add, and then bless someone with this information. Okay, I could go on and on, guys. Any questions before we close out our call tonight?
Reimi, I don't have a question, but what I wanted to do, since I have my own account, Pam has hers and I have mine. So, I can speak on my account.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I think it's really important to let the new people understand what Novatech is doing for them. It's like putting everything on autopilot. The hardest thing about Novatech is just signing up and getting your crypto.
It's true.
After that, it's really pretty automated, and you're part of one of what I consider the best team within Novatech. You have people that take you by your hand, and you should really let them know, and I'm going to let them know, we have some very fantastic individuals that are part of Novatech. And, we look at all the other teams, but I just think the talent we have is just unbelievable. And it's just really important that people understand that it's not only you're lucky to be at Novatech, but you're lucky to be in the winning edge. And the third thing is compounding is just such a powerful thing. I want to do some stats real quick so people can kind of get an understanding of some things. Compounding, let's take that. Only 6% of the people in the United States understand what compounding is. And it's so powerful in terms of you growing your return on investment. Let's also talk about, excuse me, what I think is even more important is that, think about this. Everybody knows that Bitcoin's been going from 68,000 down to 16,000, and it's going up a little bit now, and that's great. It will continue to go up. With all of the bad things that have happened to Bitcoin, yes. Bitcoin is the greatest asset in the history of the world. Can you believe that? I mean, it's crazy, but that's the kind of money. You got the foreign exchange, $7 trillion. I mean, the New York stock market's lucky if it has 100 to $200 billion. And you've already mentioned Why go to the bank and let them make money on your money? The whole idea is your money has to make money. And if you're not doing that, you're not going to get ahead. The last thing I'm going to say is that it's very important, if being part of the team, when you talk to other people, you have to understand a lot of people, they don't know what they don't know. If they can't imagine it and they can't believe it, they can't do it. And that's what you're supposed to do with your family, so you can do some of the things that you've all wanted to do. I mean, basically, if over time this thing can make your dreams come true.
It is. Chris, beautifully put. Thank you so much. Again, we need to take the leadership role in our families, right? And lead the way. I mean, in a smart way. There are countless, our team is over 1,000 now, approaching 1,100 investors. And we are a unique community, I think, of sharing our experiences, but also just looking back on track record, not just on mine. I mean, we could introduce you to anyone on this call and they can tell you what their personal experience has been. So please reach out to me or to the person that invited you. They're going to get you lined up. And if they're brand new too, we can help you. All right. So please don't let any more time waste. Okay. We can get you started so you can get a return next Friday. All right. Start modestly and then you can add as you go. All right. So we appreciate your attendance tonight, and to all of our investors who came to the call to support just this message, to learn this message so you yourself can go out and better explain it. Keep learning and growing. We've got to help the masses. This is, again, I feel a personal calling. There are too many people struggling out there. All right, aloha everyone. If you would like to stay on, I am going to stop the recording and we'll start again. I'm going to talk to you about the extra 1%. How can you grow your return simply by taking advantage of the affiliate program? This is another income stream if you choose to participate in this, how to grow it. All right, so I'm going to say goodnight to all of you who came to the call and just give you my love and aloha. I look forward to seeing you on future calls.